Greetings. Happy Moon Day. Happy Moon Day. We are progressively moving towards the spring equinox. And it's feeling like spring. It definitely is feeling like spring. I wanted to hop on and remind you that I do have a spring special happening right now. And I have been really enjoying these sessions. But I wanted to kind of give some insight on why this session could be really impactful for you. When we move into new seasons, you know, it's a new day. Greetings. It's a new, opportunity for you to really experience a level of unfolding that you may haven't been able to experience before. It's a new opportunity for you to elevate in certain ways. And I feel that we should approach seasons in that manner. We should be a bit intentional when, these major season changes happen. It's not just for the sake of the land to have this change or experience this shift. Whether you know it or not, the season changes are impacting you as well. And so when you are in tune, when you're paying attention, then you see that, okay, it's springtime now. Some people will go about it, they don't even know what spring equinox mean. And I'm not trying to be funny or throw any shade. I mean, I was once there, where I wasn't aware that what is a equinox, what is a solstice, and what that really, what type of energy you working with in those kind of shifts. But when you are aware and you are intentional and you do fall in line with the season, you find it greatly impactful. Like I'm telling you, it's, as I have grown and expanded my consciousness when it comes to spirituality, not just religion, one of the first things that I became aware of is how the cosmos impact me, how the moon impacts me, how the stars impact me, how the seasons impact me. And so learning that and becoming aware of that, I'm like, wow, I never knew. Even learning that, a lot of these season changes, a lot of these holidays that we celebrate was originally celebrations of season changes. And before it became just capitalistic type of religious holidays, we were more in tune with the actual significance of those times. Some still are, but not many. Many are not in tune with the significance of those changes. You just kind of know, oh, Easter, Lent, those type of things. You do it because it's a religious practice or it's a part of what you believe in as far as your faith. But there's something bigger and greater happening energetically during these times. So anyway, I could go on forever about that. I'm actually going to have a class on the 19th where I'm talking about how to use the moon cycles and the season changes to help you with your personal and spiritual growth. So that's March 19th. If you're interested in that, you can go to the link in bio here on IG or the link in the caption on YouTube and check out my calendar of events on my website. And you can register for that class. It's in person, but it's also virtual. And so if you're in Atlanta, you can come to the garden. We're going to have it on the inside. But if you're not in Atlanta, you can join that virtually. But I scheduled that class because that's one of the things in my book, A Different Kind of Living. One of the whole chapters is on that, aligning, with the moon cycle and the seasons. That's a way you can live a whole different kind of living. Like really, like a lot of the things that people experience in life, it doesn't end up applying to you because you're living intentionally. And you're living on a different frequency than just the average person because you're in tune. You have a level of awareness of what's going on. I always use this example. I was privy to this journey, this entrepreneur, this well-known entrepreneur. She's a social media influencer as well. She was on this journey of expanding in her business, purchasing a property, doing different things. But she was doing a lot of these major things during a retrograde. And her whole thing was she kept complaining about all of these hiccups and you know, and it was inspirational people, because, you know, people like, oh girl, we're rooting for you, and God is gonna make a way, and, you know, all of that. I don't mean to sound like I'm being funny, but I'm saying she didn't know. And then it wasn't a level of awareness. How's my sound, y'all? I'm good. It wasn't a level of awareness. So she was struggling through the entire process, and all I kept thinking was, man, if she was to align and get in and be a little bit more intentional using her awareness about energy, she would be holding tight right now. She wouldn't be doing a lot of the things that she's doing. And it actually inspired me to do a class called The Spiritual Side of Business. I did a few of those sessions. The Spiritual Side of Business, how to do your business flow chart, organization chart, business plan, you know, whatever, in alignment with spirit, in alignment with energy, in alignment with, you know, the real, what's happening, you know, so you won't have to go through these bumps. But I'm using this as an example to say the intentionality it's learning about the moon cycle, the season changes, astrology, all of these different type of things. You know, there was a long time where that was looked at as taboo, and it was looked at as mystical and magical and all of these different type of things. But the reality is, it's really practical. It's really simple. It's really just a lack of knowledge. If you can't understand it, it's really just something that's quite simple to grasp if you open your mind to it, and you will see how much it makes sense. And then once you just start tapping in, even just a little bit, even if you don't sit down and do a whole spring equinox fast and, you know, prayer and be intentional. Some people, they begin to prepare for spring equinox weeks prior to the equinox. Some people, you know, a lot of people are going into Ramadan during that time. And so they have been preparing for Ramadan, and they've been preparing for that kind of intentionality. But even if you don't do none of that, if you just are aware, spring is coming, and be like some of maybe your old school family members, be like, it's spring cleaning time, clean out your house. If you just incorporating smudging your house and setting your intentions during that time, thinking about what spring is. Spring means blossoming, growing, you know, think about what spring brings about and align that with how you're thinking and your introspection work about your own self and your own life. That can be greatly impactful in your life. But me, you know, with OU Ministries, I try to teach how to really amplify that. What can you do to amplify that energy and do certain things that'll help you out, and, you know, create certain liberty plans and do certain fasts and how to create prayers and affirmations and all these different things around your entire spring season. That's a powerful thing. Or how to use the entire new moon phase, how to use the entire full moon phase, what to do in between those times, how to be intentional with your days. You know, Monday is ruled by a certain planet. Tuesday is ruled by a certain planet. How to stay in tune with that. On a moon day, what should your head be? Do some journaling around the energy of the moon day, the energy of the day of Jupiter, the energy of the day of Mercury, you know. And when you're that intentional, I just can't emphasize enough. It's really not a mystical thing. It's just you're acknowledging that you are connected to this great source of life that is fueling this world with what we call life and energy. And you have that same life force energy within you. So you have a level of power to help grow your life and heal your life in a certain kind of way. But before I leave, I want to just again remind you that I have a spring special going on. In that session, you get a clearing, a reading, and coaching or counseling. All right. Here's why this session is powerful, and I've been having a really good time with these sessions because I just love when people feel clarity, when people feel like confirmations, because the reading is not gonna, it's really just gonna give you confirmations. It's never really ever, I don't know if I hardly ever experience it where people go, wow, that just totally didn't resonate. I didn't know any of this. This is just totally new to me. It's never that case, ever. So it's just confirmation and clarity. That's what the reading gives to you. The energy clearing is help clear off any kind of residue from this previous season. It's giving thanks. It's saying, you know, giving thanks for the winter season. I'm preparing myself for the spring season. I'm leaving the old, leaving the past in the past, being present in the now, being present in presence right now in this moment. So that clearing helps to kind of clear that off, open up your chakras, clear your mind. Then we go into the reading, and that reading brings clarity. It brings a level of confirmation, you know, and then we close out with just, you know, discussing the reading or just coaching or counseling on any area of your life you feel like you desire to have that coaching and counseling. This is like a 3-in-1 session. All right. It's the price you paying for one session, and you're getting 3 services in that is so powerful. And it's very powerful during this time of a season change, because it helps you to be intentional. And watch, if you practice this intentionality, your life will unfold in such a more heavenly experience, in a more in tune, you know, even in your challenges or maybe what you consider to be struggles, you'll still feel a level of flow and bliss. That's the beautiful part about intentionality. That's one of the reasons why I was inspired to write the book, A Different Kind of Living. Because when I've learned about all of these things and started to live more intentionally and be more aware and be more in tune and pay more attention to just life and give, you know, be more grateful and all these different type of things, it was a different type of living. A lot of stuff I just wasn't worried about no more. A lot of stuff just didn't apply to me no more. A lot of stuff I didn't, you know, it just, everything about how I viewed everything about life changed. What I saw as success, what I saw as peace, as joy, as happiness, all of that changed when I started to learn about our connectivity with the seasons and our connectivity with the cosmos. So I encourage you, take advantage. This special ends, it expires on the 31st of March. I still have some sessions available, not many, but I do have some available. If you desire, you can book your